Folks, Florida reported 15,299 new coronavirus cases last Sunday, marking the largest single-day increase of any state since the start of the pandemic. Join us from Florida, we've seen him many times here on Smile, attorney at law and candidate for Dade County Commission for District 9, Mr. Marlon Hill. Morning, Marlon. Welcome to Smile Jamaica again.
Pleasant good morning, family. I see you on brand with the colors, though, my brother Neville.
Yes, man. STGC, good and true. A candidate for Dade County Commission District 9. Explain that to us.
You know, Miami-Dade County is the largest county in Florida. It's 2.8 million people, a little bit above the population of Jamaica. It's governed by a mayor and 13 county commissioners. I'm running for the District 9 Commission, which is in Southwest Miami-Dade, where a large number of Jamaicans live down in the Southwest area and south of Kendall. And basically it governs the operations of Miami-Dade County, the budget, the policy. It's almost like being a local congressman, but on a local level for a very important governmental entity in the state of Florida.
Yeah. Compare that to someone here in Jamaica, you would be what? Like what?
I would be an MP on a local level. Okay. So, you know, Miami-Dade County has a budget of $9 billion. And I think Jamaica has a budget of maybe $5 billion thereabouts. So I am responsible for the needs of the residents of Miami-Dade County and in particular the residents in District 9. So I would be, if we were to look at it in the map of Jamaica, my district is where St. Elizabeth and Manchester is in Jamaica, compared to Miami-Dade County.
Good luck.
Let's talk about COVID, Marlon. We're getting figures out of Florida and particularly Miami as well. Miami has been referred to as the new epicenter. Talk to me about that. We're here. I can't imagine how you feel being there. Is it tense?
Very concerning to me, Delia. My wife Carla has pre-existing medical conditions, kidney transplant recipient, 2-time breast cancer survivor. So all our family members who have these pre-existing medical conditions or seniors, and even now we're learning, as this is a novel virus, right? This virus doesn't necessarily go after folks who are older or with pre-existing medical conditions. And the fact that the positivity contraction rate is going up in Florida is very concerning to me, and especially here in Miami-Dade County. And as a candidate, every day I go out and I have to restrain myself in regards to the type of contact. If I knock on a door, I have to stand 15 feet back. I'm wearing a mask, talking to a voter away, constantly washing my hands, exercising good hand hygiene and the surfaces that I come into contact with. So it's something that we have to continue. Even there in Jamaica, if you need to stay at home and work, you stay at home and work. I still practice law and I'm working from home right now. And as I conduct myself out there in public, you need to maintain your distancing because once you put yourself in exposed or in touch with the risk, it becomes, I don't want to necessarily bring it home. And if I bring it home, it could have dire consequences, at least in my own household. So right now, I do expect the state of Florida and the mayor of Miami-Dade County, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a protocol order that comes down with some revision of the reopening orders that are out with regards to the opening businesses. I would not be surprised if we roll back some of the reopening because we have to step into between the virus. And distancing is the most important thing, right? And wearing a mask. And unfortunately, it has become very political in these United States. And it starts with our leadership, from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue all the way down. So I'm just kind of doing what I need to do to take care of my own family and the people that are around me. And hopefully people will continue to do the same.
You mentioned the reopening. What has caused this? Just the reopening? I saw people on the beach, people all over. Was it just indiscipline with the population?
Well, I think everyone is pretty clear with regards to the guidelines that are necessary to protect each other, right? So when you come into close contact with someone for an extended period of time in a closed indoor setting, you can transmit the droplets that carry the virus, right? So when you reopen certain types of businesses, there are certain types of businesses that are higher risk than others. Those that have operations outside, like outdoor dining, where people can be away from each other, are less at risk at those that are indoor, like at a bar, right? Or in a movie theater, or even in a gym or a fitness center. If you come in constant contact with someone in close confines for an extended period, you're more than likely to have a higher risk of contracting the virus. So what we're looking at in the state of Florida, which is a state that is the hospitality industry is key, right? Social entertainment activities are part of the economy. When you reopen these businesses, you stand a risk of contracting the virus. And so once you reopen the economy, right? And this is the same for Jamaica, right? The borders were closed, and I must commend, Jamaica to for a country that size to be under the protocol to manage the virus in this way, compared to a country like the United States that has unlimited resources and the ability to, on a dime, use its institutions to manage something like this. And I think it's because of a lack of leadership.
Did you open too quickly?
I believe so. I believe we opened too quickly. And I think that the indiscipline to be patient is one of the reasons why we're facing the risk. The numbers don't lie. Look at the states where the numbers are high, Neville. Texas, Florida, Arizona, and take a look at when they reopened, or whether or not there was a statewide mask order to wear an order. Look at the protocol that was in place, and you will see that we failed in that regard. And it's really unfortunate when people are responsible for the lives. Over 135,000 people, 135,000 have died in the United States. And I think that it could have been totally avoidable if we were just patient and disciplined, as opposed to the independent streak of the multiple states and the multiple ways of doing things. It's not going to work when you compare it to what's happening in Europe.
Yeah. We are concerned about Jamaicans in Florida, Marlon, and you said it. A lot of Jamaicans work in the hospitality industry in Florida, in the hotels. A lot of Jamaicans are in the homes taking care of seniors and so on. Is there a greater concern among our diaspora people about this COVID-19?
Extraordinary concern. We have a lot of nurses and nurses aides and home care health workers and doctors.
Yeah.
The Jamaican community, we are batting way above our weight class with regards to our presence in the healthcare industry and the hospitality industry. We work in the cruise lines. We work in the hotels. We are in providing security support. So there's a tremendous concern among our people with regards to being on the front line. We have a Jamaican Nurses Association here. The president of the Black Medical Doctors Association is also Jamaican descent, Dr. Anthony Hall, the outgoing president. And they're doing their very best to inform the Jamaican community as to the precautions that we need to make. And because we have such a high percentage of people in the healthcare industry, we understand what it means to have good hand hygiene and to follow the protocol of wearing a mask and sanitizing the areas around you. And for that reason, I haven't really seen any high numbers, or I haven't been advised of any high numbers within our community, because we are a little bit more disciplined with regards to being compliant in that regard because of our presence in the healthcare industry, and word gets around. I'm a little bit concerned though with regards to the home care workers who may be taking care of children or other families. They may have to shelter in place and lose their jobs, right? So that's another thing, because Jamaica is impacted when Jamaicans are unable to work here in the United States, Delio. They are unable to support in part of their families in Jamaica as well. So
Yeah.
we're all feeling that pain.
Quickly, Marlon, what would you do? You suggested earlier that there might be another lockdown, but what would you do right now to ensure that there are no, well, I don't think you can ensure that there are no more lives lost, but what would you do right now?
If I was the governor or if I was the mayor, I would have a lockdown for a couple of weeks. We really will have to convey to folks that we need to have some equal pain in order to get through this, because the numbers continue to rise. School is supposed to start back, Neville, by August 19th or August 20th, which is a couple of days after the election on August 18th. And so I would lock down now so that we can stem the spread of the virus. And And there has to be some more stringent, a higher sense of urgency that if we don't get control of the spread, we are already feeling the effects, losing the amount of ICU beds in terms of availability. A couple of weeks back, we closed down makeshift ICU hospitals. We may have to go back to that because the inventory and the capacity of hospitals are rising not only locally, but across the state. So I'm hoping that the governor and the mayor here in Miami-Dade County, if any of the viewers have family members, you have personal power. You can call and say, hey, Mr. Mayor, man, time to draw down on this thing and wheel and come again.
Yeah. My friend, I will end where I started. Good luck with your challenge for the position. I kind of have a feeling that you will get it.
Vote by mail starts tomorrow. Here in Florida, you can vote by mail. There's also voting that starts early. The actual election day is also on August 18th. So if you have any family members that live in Miami-Dade or live in Florida, tell them to connect with me at marlonhill.com. I hope to make history as the first Jamaican-born county commissioner on the Miami-Dade County Commission on August 18th.
Yeah, I pray that it works. Stay safe, yourself and your family. And thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Marlon. Marlon Hill.
AMDG for life.
Yes,
ma'am.
Oh,
have mercy, Marlon. Gloriam. I'm about to take this off.
Thank you for the necklace. Thank you for the necklace.
Marlon Hill, attorney at law and candidate for Dade County Commissioner for District 9. Coming up next, we visit a few local museums. We'll be right back.
Our local museums provide an historical blueprint for things from the past. This morning, we showcase 5 museums you should visit for this summer that will highlight our island's music, art, history, and entertainment.